Good morning, students. Since the last few weeks, we have been learning about the earth. We have not only learnt about the features which are found below the earth, but a few of the features which are found above the earth also. In the last class, we learnt in detail about mountains and how they have been formed. Today, we are going to learn about the plateaus. The plateau is an elevated track you can see it. It is an elevated tract of land which is comparatively flat or level, which is usually having a steep slope. You can see the area is having a steep slope, falling on the margins abruptly to a lower land. So all these areas around are lower lands, and the steep slopes are falling abruptly. It is not smooth, you can see it. It is falling abruptly to the lower land which is surrounding it. It is often called a tableland. You can see it. It's more or less like a table, flat top table. The top surface of a plateau may have a plain land or rolling hills. It might have, like some plateaus have, some rolling hills, that is, they are undulating, not completely flat. Sometimes these plateaus are highly dissected. You can see over here, this is a highly dissected plateau of land which has been dissected by water. That means many streams have been crisscrossing this plateau land, which has led to large scale erosion of the region. It can also be dissected by wind, or it can be also dissected highly by glaciers. So this is how a plateau looks like if it has been dissected by glacier. Sometimes they get so highly dissected that their original characteristics cannot be recognized. So in the first figure which we saw, the land had been so badly dissected that the original characteristic of the land cannot be determined. Highly dissected by water. Now, diastrophic plateaus. What do you mean by this term diastrophism? Now, diastrophism denotes all the processes of major deformation of the Earth's crust that produces continents, ocean, basins, mountains, etc. So, because of this diastrophism, we can see how mountains have been formed. Synclines have been formed, how fold mountains have been formed which are so much inclined to one another. Faults have formed over here, a fault plain we can see. Now their upliftment have been modified by various agents of gradation. So in the last class also we learnt that all the areas which have been uplifted, they are constantly being modified or graded by various agents of gradation or by volcanic action or sometimes by minor earth movements. So all these areas which have undergone changes, deformation, comes under diastrophism. Now let's learn about the Intermountain Plateau. Though there are different types of plateaus, Intermountain plateaus are pretty common. And they are normally found in the highest parts of the world. These Intermountain plateaus are the highest and most extensive plateaus in the world. We can see them over here, that they are always found in between two mountains. From this diagram you can make it, you can understand. Intermountain, as the name suggests. Inter means in between, mountain. Mountain is mountain. Such plateaus are enclosed by fold mountains from all sides and have a great variety of topographical features. For example, the Tibetan Plateau, which is known as the roof of the world and is located between the Kunluns and the Himalayas. You can see how it is surrounded by new fold mountains, the plateau over here. Similarly, we have the Anatolian Plateau. It is between the Pontic and the Taurus Mountain in Turkey. The Bolivian Plateau is surrounded by the Great Andes mountain ranges. It is also known as the Altiplano. The Mexican Plateau, which is found between the eastern and the western Sierra Madre of the western Cordilleras, that is, the Rocky Mountains in North America. Next we come to the volcanic plateaus. Now these plateaus are formed by the solidification of successive layers or sheets of lava. The Deccan Plateau is one of the best examples of a volcanic plateau. Millions of years ago, lava oozed out from the cracks very stealthily from below and spread in large areas of the Deccan Plateau. Similarly, the Plateau of Columbia in USA is made up of thick cover of basalt. The Columbian Plateau is highly eroded by the river Snake. You can see the river flowing, the plateau region, and it is having thick layers of basalt. Plateaus are of great importance to us, though they are having an arid climate and support very few habitation. But they are one of the most important grazing grounds, because grazing is the main occupation of people who are living on these plateaus. The Deccan Plateau is having a black soil, because most of this area is covered with lava, so it has got rich black soil. Over here, many areas have got forests, grazing grounds are there, and the black soil also helps in supporting cultivation of cotton, sugarcane, and different other types of grains as well as oil seeds. The Deccan Plateau is also famous for supporting mineral-based industries, because most plateaus have got a huge amount of minerals in them. For example, the Chota Nagpur Plateau of Jharkhand. Some large cities are also found on the plateaus. Like Mexico City, Quito, Bogota, most of them have got a height of they are situated at a height of more than 2,000 meters above the sea level. And due to the height, the temperatures become pretty moderate, and the rainfall help in supporting a larger population. Thus, plateaus are of great help to all of us, because they provide us good quality grazing ground, and they also provide us with different kind of minerals which can help many of the countries to become better economically. So students, for today we have only this much time for us. We will be meeting again with the next topic. So for the time being, thank you.